Hello everyone. Before I start the class today, a lot of people have seen me teaching right from SQL or Power BI. And for all the new joiners who are seeing me for the last 2 days, right? And people who already knew me, you'd have seen how I teach, right? So I'm actually a working employee. I'm actually a working employee working for Microsoft. And I'm also working for KSR, right? If you see every single day, I give 100% to KSR, right? In terms of what I teach, I'll always try to be best to KSR, but not today. Today, I am not a KSR employee. I am going to talk behalf of Microsoft. Today, the entire session, the next 1 hour, I'm not going to teach like a KSR employee. I am going to represent Microsoft. So you will see the difference, how I was teaching all these days, and particularly only today, you'll see the change. Okay, so you tell me towards the end what you see me last few days and how are you going to see only today. Okay, only today, because just today I have to grateful to the Microsoft. Okay, so let's see why I'm telling all this. Let's wait and watch for the next 1 hour. Now, we have seen a lot of challenges that we had in the on-prem, right? And on-prem challenges we have discussed. Like I cannot share my laptop to all of you, right? Because of my security. And suddenly you come and say that the laptop has crashed or maybe someone is using laptop. So I have to bear a data loss and I have to give a data maintenance. In a sense, I have to give your softwares, I have to give you the hardwares. So life is going to be challenging if I using on-prem. So we are trying to see, we'll try to take some help from cloud. And for that, we have 4 cloud services in the market. One is always on top, which is AWS. It is one of the best ever cloud that you can have. And the second best ever cloud you can have is Microsoft Azure, and followed by GCP and Huawei. Based on the shares, we can say that the order. Okay. Now, your Apple phones are the best ever in the phone industry. So that everyone has an iPhone. Can I agree that? Does everyone use iPhone?
No.
No,
Why?
sir.
No.
The best ever brand you can have is Apple. Why don't you have it?
Heavy cost.
Cost. Tells. Except cost, what is the problem with Apple?
Not user friendly.
User friendly.
Okay. Now, in terms of deciding the cloud, see, I'll tell you a simple example. You want to eat a pizza today. Okay. After this class, imagine that you want to eat pizza. Are you going to order in Domino's or are you going to order it in Pizza Hut? Is in your hand, right? Are you going to order in Pizza Hut or are you going to order in Domino's? It's in your hand. So if I was a person to decide, so what I'll do is I'll see which comes fast, because pizza, if it is hot, you can eat it. If it is not hot, you cannot eat it, right? So I'll see what is the one which comes faster, quality, taste, offers, discounts, and I'll see how customer friendly they are. Based on this, I'll order, right? Similarly, someone is there to help us to manage the data, to help us in maintaining the complete infrastructure. There is a company who's helping us. Who is that? You can see on the screen. It is 4 cloud services. Now, in this one cloud, we are going to learn. Which is that one cloud? We are going to learn is Microsoft Azure. Okay. Now, as I told you, AWS is a on top, right? It's actually on top. One of the best ever cloud is AWS. Then why are we learning this? Okay. Imagine we want in KSR, okay, in KSR, we want to hire one person, okay. Imagine that he was like accountant. We want one person who takes care of all this payments, fees. He collects the fees. Every installment, he reminds the student and he collects the fees. We need a person like an accountant, okay. Now, what KSR is doing? KSR is going to one IIT college, okay, one IIT college. Now we are actually looking for 2 students. One is A, one is B. The student A who has scored in science maybe 100, In maybe in computer science, he has scored maybe 100. Okay, maybe in English he has scored 100, and in maths he has scored 70. So totally he has scored 370 out of 400, which is 90%. Okay, this is a person A. Now person B, maybe science he has scored 50, computer science he has just scored 30, and maybe English he has scored 70. Okay, now in the mathematics he has scored 100. Now total if you see 250 by 400, it's I would say around 60%. Now tell me, KSR perspective, we are looking for an accountant and one has to be very strong in maths. Will I hire this person or will I hire this person? A or B? A or B?
B.
Why?
B.
A has scored more marks, right?
If you are seeing in math,
We need maths.
we are going to hire.
We are looking for someone who is good at maths, right? Now in that way, I would say that your AWS will have some positives, AWS will have some negatives, Azure will have some positives, maybe it has some negatives, GCP will have some positives, GCP will have some negatives. Well, the choice is what you need. I don't want a person who scored every subject marks, but I want a person who has scored highest in maths. So depending on my need, now I am the client, I can decide which cloud I can go for, right? Whether you want to eat it in Domino's or you want it in Pizza Hut, it's your decision. Now, what is making Microsoft Azure the best for our use case? Is it because it's a Microsoft? Already you have learned Power BI. Already you learned Power BI. Power BI is whose product? Microsoft product. You know Excel, CSV files, Outlook, Teams, you have already experienced all of this. And one of the brand that you can never ever match is always going to be Microsoft. And your Azure is also Microsoft. I'm okay. It is a second largest cloud service, but I'm okay because for my use case, it is going to do everything. Okay. Now, with this, let's get into Azure. Let's get into Azure. Now, what is this Azure? Azure is a cloud computing platform. As I said, there are different cloud companies. So one cloud company is Azure. Now, what does this Azure does for us? They provide whatever we need. They provide whatever I need. It's just like your Amazon. You go to Amazon portal, order something, you'll get a product. So it's a physical product. But if you go to Azure and ask, I need a system, they will assign a virtual system to you and you can access right from your house and from your seat, and you can access whichever system you want. That's a cloud service for you, right? Now, it's an online portal. The reason why this cloud services are getting famous because it's an online portal. You simply go, you type it in a URL, maybe Azure, and directly you want some request, you want some system, you raise it for it, and that system access you will get it, and you can remotely access it. Now, this is you. Okay, this is you. You're logging through internet. You take a basic laptop. Basic laptop. Okay, when I say basic laptop, let it be like i3 generation, very old laptop, 8 GB RAM, to whatever it is. Okay, you just need to have a very strong internet. Now you have a very basic laptop. You go to internet. You go to internet, and you actually raise in the Azure portal. I need a system. I need a system with i7 configuration and 16 GB RAM, maybe 256 of SSD and 1 TB of hard disk. Okay, you request it. You fill a form. You fill a form. Okay, when you fill a form, 2 minutes, they will assign a virtual system to you. How many minutes? 2 minutes. And you can directly go and log into the system, do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Okay, now that's how your cloud services are so powerful. With your place, with the same internet and with your laptop, you can simply go and request any system you want, and automatically they'll assign it to you. And in fact, they will charge you. Nothing comes free in this life, so they'll charge you, right? And with the same basic laptop which you have, You want to use any configuration, you can use it. That is how your cloud is so powerful. Okay. Now, with this, let's see. I personally, if you ask me my birthday also, I'll not remember. None of my friends, relatives, parents' birthday I'll remember. But you ask me any technology's date of birth, I'll know. So Azure was launched on February 1st, 2010. It's in 14 years down in the market. One of the excellent cloud service that I worked with. It is a second largest cloud computing service. In US, most of the companies, we call it as a Fortune 500, like basically the top 500. In that, 80% of all the companies are using Azure, and it supports multiple language. You want to write some SQL, Python code, Java code, .NET code. If you want to write any language, you can write it. And the good thing is, use as how much ever you are using, you have to pay for that. You go, you use something and you pay for that. Only that you have to pay. It's like a use and pay method, and almost 60 plus regions we have the servers. Okay. Now, with this, we have so many services that your Azure gives you. So Azure gives you almost 200 plus services. Now, I will tell you few things. Just try to keep in mind. You all have used Android phone, right? In the Android phone, you go to a Play Store and you install one app. You go to a Play Store and install one app. To implement that app, to implement that app, you need to have a software called, you need to have a software called Android Studio. There is a software called Android Studio. Okay, this Android Studio, okay, it is size up to 8.1 to 9 GB of size, and they've released it. So Android Studio is an officially integrated development environment for Google's Android operating system. That means you can start installing this software and you can write a code and you can develop this app. Okay, just to give you insight how it looks like, it looks like this. It looks like this. You write a code here. You write a code here. Okay, you download this, you write a code here, like what it should happen, and automatically on the screen, every single pixels, this value will be coded, and you can generate an app. Okay, now this particular software, it's very heavy software. Okay, personally I'll tell you, by installing this software, I have crashed my laptop. I have crashed my laptop because this software does not support in every machine. Today, if you want to develop this Android app, you have to download this Android Studio, which is going to be like, it takes about 9.5 GB, and it also expects some licensing, as well as it expects 16 GB or 32 GB RAM. By chance, if you want to go and download this in your laptop can crash. Right, I personally have lost a couple of laptops only by installing this, because I had a very much interested one in creating apps, because someone has created and we are using. What if I created and put it in a Play Store, right? I could have done that, but couple of times I have made my laptop suffer. So I told to cloud, boss, I wanted to install the software, but it is not supporting. You know what cloud said? Hey, don't worry, yaar, I'll give a service for you, which is called mobile service. You please buy the service. Okay, inside the service, whichever software you want, I would have pre-installed it and I would have given to you. Whatever the Android Studio, the high configuration, everything I will install and I will give it to you. You simply come, you use this, you build your app, you put it in a Play Store, and then you go. I will charge you 30,000 per month. In order to install this, In order to install this, my laptop should be a very, very effective laptop where I have to spend minimum 2 lakhs for my laptop. And this guy is saying, you pay 25 to 30,000, use my service, and then I will ask you to build an app. You can build here. Maybe you take 1 or 2 months, build the app, publish it in the Play Store, and then you release this service. Now that was a very, very good offer. That was a very, very good offer. Rather than spending 2 lakhs for my laptop to install this Android Studio, I thought, why can't I use cloud service? This was very good for me. So I opted for this. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I will not be teaching this service. Why? Why? I will not teach you this in this course. Why?
We don't use it.
We are not writing code.
Have you joined this course to build a mobile app?
No.
Have you joined this course to build a mobile app? No. So definitely I'm not going to teach you this. Recently, we hired a person, okay, who is going to help us in YouTube recording, like whatever we record, right? We have hired a person who actually edits the video. So when initially when we are like hiring him, he asked me one software for editing. That software was Photoshop. There is a uh, video editing app, okay, which is called Photoshop. Okay, in this Photoshop, you can start editing your videos for your YouTube. Now, this particular software is a licensed version, and this software you have to have a very, very good laptop. This you have to have, and the guy whom we are hiring, he told me that I need a software which is like 1.2 lakhs price. This is a license, and the laptop charges is again 1.5 lakhs. So totally he is demanding 2.7 lakhs of laptop. Now KSR was thinking, oh my god, even we don't use 2.7 lakhs of laptop, and the guy who is actually coming to edit our videos, even his package is not 2.7 lakhs, and he's asking for 2.7 lakhs. So Mahesh was asking, hey, do we really need this much of laptop? I told him, why are you getting him this? You simply get a service for him called media. You simply get him a service called media. In that media, Photoshop, Photoshop's dad, Photoshop's grandfather, Photoshop's son, you install any software. I don't have any problem. We just need to pay 15,000 for using the service. Now that was a really a good offer for us. Why we have to spend 2.7 lakhs for a laptop? You just give 15,000 and you can get that service for rent and you can start using it. Now that's a very, very good offer. So we'll start using this. Unfortunately, I will not teach this media service. Why? Why?
We are not learning Photoshop.
You are not learning Photoshop. You have not just joined this course to become a video editor. Okay. Now, imagine the person who has developed the website, even he had demanded a very high configuration laptop. We told clearly, boss, we are coming from Microsoft. We know how much they cost. We will give you one service called web service. And you use web service and it hardly charges 10K for us and you build a website for us. Now, I am not going to teach this because you people have not joined for web application developer. Now coming to the climax, if I keep scratching every service and in fact what I will teach, well, from Power BI, you got to know there is a big problem that we have. The biggest problem that we have was S and P. What is this S and P? The two big problems we had from Power BI. What was that?
Storage,
Storage.
Storage and process.
Storage and processing. The two biggest challenge what we add in the Power BI in the data analytics is storage and processing. And mind it, I am going to teach you all the services which is going to be useful for our storage and processing. Definitely we are going to learn this, and definitely we are going to learn this, and definitely we are going to learn this. So we will be covering around 3 to 4 services in our syllabus. So specifically we'll be focusing on the transformation part, and specifically we'll be focusing on storage part. Now, these are the services which I'll be learning. After class, please don't call KSR and tell that Santosh is not teaching all the services. He's teaching only 2 or 3 services, which is this one. You go to a hotel, there are 200 menu, 200 items on the menu bar. Will you eat all 200? Will you eat all 200? Has anyone done this?
No.
No.
Why? They have 200 items, right? Why don't you eat all together? The one which you are in need, the one which you like it, only that you're going to eat. Similarly, there is no person on this earth who knows everything. There are 200 plus services. If you ask, even the Microsoft people who has invented this may not know all 200 services, including me. I don't know. Maximum, I have worked with 15 to 20 services. And in fact, for your particular role as a data analyst, we'll be focusing on all the services which is really helpful for storage and processing. And that is what we are going to learn, right? Now, with this, we will try to explore Azure. In the start of the class, today one day, that is November 18th, 2024, I am not going to talk behalf of KSR. Today one day, I am going to be a Microsoft employee. The reason why I told you this is just listen for the next 20-25 minutes what I'm going to tell you. This is a Google. You go here and you go and search Azure. You go and search Azure. This is a Azure. Microsoft Azure, released on 1st February 2010, and you go and log in this. If you see this, for the next few days, I will be always going to this portal only. I'll be always going to portal. I will not use any software. I am not going to use my complete laptop. Every single day, I'm going to do only in this portal. Okay, I'm going to log into only this portal. So in this portal, the best ideas needs a best AI platform. All this you can see here, right? Whenever you have time, please go and read all of this. Today, I want to go with some products. As I told, we have 200 plus services. For machine learning, you can use this. For compute engine, you can use this. For web applications, you can use this. For analytics, we can use this. There are a lot of services. If you just go and click this also, there is like a, all of these are categories. So if you see here, we had around 18 categories in which includes 200 services. Here also it includes almost 20 categories, and it includes 200 services. Today I want to build a mobile application. Means go and click this mobile application. In this mobile application, you can see all of these are service. Publish API to develop and partners which like securely you can build an app. Quickly create powerful cloud app for web and mobile. Fast and scalable storage for app configuration. Enterprise scale search for app development. You can add some build multi-channel communication. All of this are build, test, release, and monitor and desktop application. All these are services. Within this mobile category, you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You can also build up 5G systems, and you have notifications. If any notification has to come, you can get it. So within this mobile, you will have all of this. Similarly, video editing. So if I go and click this, you already know about media player. Here you have Azure Media Player, encoding, content protection, or maybe live and on-demand streaming, media services. So within this media, I again have 1 2 3 4 5 6 services. And that is why you see here, out of 18 categories, you have 200 plus services, right? And now We are not going to learn mobile. We are not going to learn media. We are not going to learn something called web application where you can build a mobile application, web application. I'm not going to learn of this. All I'm going to learn is the one which is going to explain us how we can gather, store, process, and visualize any type of data. For this, we'll be focusing on analytics. We'll be focusing on some containers. We'll be focusing on some databases. So this is what we will be learning in our course. Okay. Now let's come back to the main page here. So this was a main page, and in the main page, I went to the cloud, and here I was seeing about the products. Okay. Now there is something called explore. There's something called explore. So just go to the explore. Just go to the explore, and just a minute. I think they have changed the UI. Just give me a minute. Read all this whenever you have time. Read all this. There are a lot of customers who have given their stories. All of this are the companies who have a very good tie-ups with Azure. They've changed the UI. I'll show you that directly here. Yeah, Azure Global Infrastructure is there. Okay, there is something called Azure Global Infrastructure. Go here. Explore Global Data Centers is there. It supports 60 plus regions, and they have 300 plus data centers. They have 300 plus data centers. Now, what is this data center is? This is a data center. People who don't know what is data center, this is a data center. Data center is a place where you have the actual data stored. So if you've seen in most of the offices, there is a separate floor which they will have a service like this, which they'll keep it in a very low temperature. This is called data center. Okay, this is called data center. Now this is where the data will be stored. If you see inside your laptop, you have a very small chip motherboard, right? Similarly, all these are data centers. If you're wondering where all the data is getting stored, it is actually getting stored in the data center. This is a data center. Like this, Azure has 60 plus data center, 60 plus regions, and they have 300 data centers. If you're wondering where the data is all getting stored, Azure has 300 data centers. We are not talking about any other cloud. We are talking only about Azure. Azure has 300 data centers. And you want to know where they are? Just click this Explore Data Center. Okay. And you'll be taken here. And this is what is your globe. And this is a satellite that is actually hovering around. Okay. And we'll see where is India. Where is India? This is America. Yeah, this is India. This is India. Okay. This is India. If you see here, Central India, South India, and Central South India. Now this is India. This is Australia. This is Australia. And you can see that we have in India. Let's see where they have centers. Okay. Let's see. Azure data centers in India. So India, if you see, we have in Pune, and we have in Chennai, and we have in Mumbai. Now this is where your Azure has data centers in India. When I say data centers, this is a data center. This is a data center. Okay. So this is a data center. This is where the actual data will be stored. Like this, they have 300 plus data centers, but in India, we have 3. Okay. And Azure has also promised one more in Hyderabad. So people who don't know, Azure data center in Hyderabad. So if you see here, Hyderabad data center, see here, you can see that by next year it seems. They have discussed this on July 1st. I don't know who these people are, but yeah, IT industries, all this have started a discussion, and Microsoft has purchased a 22-acre. They have purchased some place, but we don't know where it is, and they are going to start one. Microsoft expands data center footprint in Hyderabad with new 40-acre purchase, and they're going to develop in 247 crores. Okay, and it's a current project that it is going to expect. Microsoft has also committed 15,000 crore to develop this data centers for the next 15 years. So they're going to start one more in Hyderabad. Okay, so people who are in Hyderabad, you can expect another data center in the next 1 year. Okay, now you want to know how the data center looks like. You want to know how the data center looks like. This is a data center. If you go and click this in Pune or in India, you can see that this is a South India. So it's in Chennai. So Chennai people, you know that there is a data center in your place. Anyone from Chennai, you can see that there is a data center here, and it was majorly opened in 2015. Okay, and they support a lot of global complaints like satellites, everything they support. If you want to know how the data center looks like, please go here. There is a something called take a tour, and you click this virtual Microsoft data center. You click this now. Just focus on the screen. I am going to take you into the Microsoft Office. And that is why I told you today, one day, I'm not a KSR employee. I'm going to talk behalf of Microsoft. So just close your eyes and think this is a Microsoft Office. Okay. Now, this is a Microsoft data center. This is how it looks like. Okay. I'm going to take you to the virtual tour. Just enter the lobby. Enter the lobby in the sense you are entering the office. This is how the office looks like. The moment you enter the office, this is how it looks like. Okay, the lobby. So lobby in a sense, it's like entrance. Now this is the entrance. You enter the office. You enter the office. I'm not talking about Microsoft Office. I'm talking about Microsoft Azure Office, like how the data centers looks like. So you go here. You have a security. Not everyone will be allowed inside the office. You will be like had a security check, and their security check is a strong security check, and you'll be talking to the receptionist. And if you want to ask something, face-to-face check-ins, ID confirmations, all the 24/7, there will be a security people who will go and check you if you're entering the premises. Then you'll have some seating arrangements, like if you want to wait or if there is a long queue here, you can wait here, and you can see ongoing projects which the Microsoft is doing on the projectors. And you can also see here the couple of other chairs as well. And here you go here, it's like a pantry. You can say that you can have some tea, coffee, snacks, you will get it here. And this is a Microsoft Office, and you can see some motivational quotes. All of this you can see. It's a transparent window where you can go and see outside. All good. Now this is a lobby, and then you go enter into an operational room, which is a very important in the Microsoft Office. I go here. This is a operational room. In the operational room is where we prioritize the availability of data centers. In case if I want a system, it will tell where is available, where it is not available, right? It will tell you where the data is present, where the data is not present. So I'll enter into the operational room. This is people will be working round the clock here, and you can see in all over the regions, all the 300 regions, you can see the time with respect to each and every country, and you can see how much of services is being used, who is using, which company is using, how much is utilized, how many is spending. All the people who are working here, they completely take care of the operational side, right? And if someone comes for a meeting, we discuss and we talk here, right? So all of this is a operational room. Then we enter into a mechanical area. So mechanical area is an area within the data center where it provides complete cooling system, power, electricity, right? So this is where your entire system works 24 bar 7 365 days. Your Microsoft will provide you the power supply and the coolant. Because of this mechanical area, they use all of this energy saving systems, and this is what you will have the coolant, and they provide the generators, electricity, all of this they provide. Okay, whenever you have time, you go and see how it works, how cooling works. You just go here and you can see the video here. Okay, you can go and see the video. This helps you to understand how your Microsoft is keeping 24 bar 7 power supply. Okay, you'll see the generators here, and you'll see how the cooling system works, how it is provided to the entire world. Wherever we have the data centers, you have to have a supply. So how the supply comes here, all of this you can see here, have a look at it. Okay, now you can also see how sustainably the powers are and how the data centers are kept cool. I told you in the previous class, for my personal laptop itself I've attached 4 to 5 coolants. What about Microsoft? They are maintaining a one heavy system here, right? And then we'll go to the server room. Now this is the art of the Microsoft, because this is where the entire data is stored. So let's enter into the server room. Ideally, people will not be allowed into a Microsoft Office. So virtually have a look at it, how the server looks like. Now this is a Microsoft server. If you are wondering how data is getting stored, here it is. Here is the data. Here is the server. The data is getting stored. And if you see here, all of this are servers, and this room is specifically enclosed with a very cool temperature, because what we have is a complete information, data information. And if you really want to know how the data is getting stored, and you can see this is called server blade. Okay, this is a blade. In this blade you can store bunks of data here, millions of records, data, files, everything you can store here. This acts like a massive cloud storage for us. Now this is where the data will be stored. This is a chip. Okay, this is a chip. It's a compute build. So all this is where the data is getting stored. And if you want to know how the Microsoft server looks like, you play a video, you will get to know. For every single operational room or a server room, you have a video. Whenever you have time, please have a look at it. It is very helpful. Literally, you will start getting interest over learning the cloud service. I've told you clearly, next 5 years down the line, if you don't have a cloud experience in your resume, you are unfit for IT. So please see how machine works, how your data stores, all of this you can see here. Okay, and all of this you can see here. Whenever you have time, see here. So this is a server room. And once you finish the server room, let's go into the circular center, where what you will have is, you will be shown some how you can route the servers, how one place to another place the data has been moved. All of this you can see here. And let's go here. Now this is where it will tell us some details about the servers, providing who is using, when we are using, what we are using, all of this you will get it. And here is very important, network room. Network room. Today in India, in Bangalore, I am speaking from one area where I am doing a meeting, and people who are in US, UK, Canada, Germany, Arabia, wherever you are in the world, not even a single second there is a latency issue with you, right? Every word which I speak is reaching out to you there. There is no lag. How it is possible? It is all because of networking, right? Today whatever I'm speaking, you are able to receive even though we are 1,000 miles ahead. It is all because of networking. Now how this data works? Data travels from servers to the network room via networks. All these are cables. All these are cables, right? And if you see here, I'll show you how the network works also. If you see here, this is how the data works. Just watch this video, you'll get an idea. You can watch it with volume when you have time. Okay, not this. I'll show you this as well. Yeah, how data travels. Okay, how data travels from here, whom I'm speaking from Bangalore, and people who are in California, New Jersey. If you're able to hear, it's all about how data travels. See how data travels. All these are cables. All these are cables. Watch this video. Right from Amazon delivery, the Zoom meeting, what I'm speaking, what you're hearing, and how the data traffic, how the data travels, it's all because of this networks. All these are cables, optical cables. This is how the data transfers from one place to another place without even a single second lag. See, imagine this is India and this is Australia or US, whatever it is. You have an ocean behind, in between us. Then how data travels? How data travels? You're somewhere on the other side of the earth. I'm somewhere in the other side of the earth. How data travels? If you see, inside the ocean also, they are having optical cables. This is how they are fitting optical cables, wires inside the water, inside the ocean. How data travels? See here. Server room, networks. Network is on. Data is getting transmitted. You can see LED link blinking. One zone to another zone, how it is connected. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. This is all optical cables, a very high quality cables. I'm speaking here and you're able to hear on the other side. How? Cloud. Now, this is a network room. Inside that you can see this. Now I'll ask you a question. To store 15 terabytes of KSR data, will I buy 15 laptops and give it to you people, or will I go and store in this type of company? Tell me now.
You can store it
Cloud.
in Azure Cloud.
I could have given to you people, right? 15 laptops I could have purchased and I asked you to maintain my KSR data with you, right? And what you will do?
But if any,
Someone else will use your laptop. Where is data
yes,
security? Where is data loss? And see what is happening here.
Yes.
Can I blindly trust this cloud? Can I blindly trust this cloud?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now with that, you'll have all this size, infrastructure size. Microsoft global network includes over 280,000 kilometers of fiber cables. These cables are actually going inside the ocean also. Watch this videos, okay? It's very, very helpful. Watch this video. And after that, we'll come back to the innovation room. So in the recent times, these guys are also doing some projects. Okay, they are actually having some project Natic. For example, this is a what do you call? The one goes inside the water like a ship.
Submarine.
Submarine, huh? Yeah, it's similar to a submarine where it goes inside the water and it has the data stored. And we have some quantum computing, all of this they are working. It's all new projects. Okay, it's all new projects. Some liquid immersion cooling system they're trying to bring in where cloud AI is processed on advanced chips that can run too hot for conventional cooling systems. So they're coming up with one more innovation. Now, all of this are innovation. Okay. And finally, I'll come back to home. Now, this is how your Microsoft data centers looks like. This is how your Microsoft data centers looks like. Okay. Now, in India, we have in Pune, we have in Chennai, we have in Mumbai. And the one which is going to be launched newly is Hyderabad. Okay. Now, this is how the data center looks like. Okay, this is what the data centers looks like. And I can show you one more time. You can go here and you can go to this, take a tour, and there is a virtual data center. And if you click the virtual data center, you will find the complete Microsoft Office in on your machine virtually. It gives you a complete look and feel like how the Microsoft Office looks like. It shows you. Okay. Now, I'll tell you one thing. People who are in Chennai, anyone who's in Chennai? Anyone
Yes.
who's from Chennai?
Yes, I am from.
Manoj, anyone else? Okay. Anyone from Pune? Anyone from Pune? No one. Anyone from Mumbai? Anyone from Mumbai? Okay. Anyone from Hyderabad?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, Hyderabad, we don't have the data center yet. Now, Manoj, okay. I'll give you one assignment like you. Okay. In
Yes.
Chennai, in Chennai, you roam every single area. Okay. You take a car, you take a bike, you take a two-wheeler, you roam every single area, every single main road, every single street. Okay. I'll challenge you. You can never ever find out Microsoft data centers office. It's a challenge for you. It's not only challenge for him. Whoever are in Pune, whoever are in Mumbai, whoever are in Chennai, it's a challenge for you. You start roaming every single area, every single street. You can never ever find out where is a Microsoft's Azure's data center address. Okay, we'll go and ask in Google. Google our best friend, right? Azure data center, Chennai address. Okay, now we'll see here. Azure data center location address in Chennai. The address details of any Microsoft's Azure region data center are not published or not shared. This is confidential. Even you go and ask in Google, you will not get it. Even you go and ask in Google Map, you will not get it. And okay, you still don't believe me, we'll ask our best friend. Who's our best friend? ChatGPT. Chennai Microsoft data center address. This is just the Microsoft Office. This is just the Microsoft Office. Please note that this is a corporate office and not the data center location. The one which I've shown you here, you will never ever find all the 300 data centers location even in Google Maps. The one which you are getting here, it's actually Microsoft Office and not the data center. Microsoft operates a data center in Chennai as part of the cloud service. However, the specific address of this facility is not publicly disclosed as Microsoft maintains confidential regarding the exact location of the data center. Even you stand upside down, you can never find out because they want to keep it secure. What if someone knows a data center and attacks there? What happens to the customer's data? You can't even know where is the office and data centers. That's the security that all the cloud services maintaining. And in fact, Google also is very much helpful here. Even in Google Maps, you can never find out the address. Okay. Are you all with me here? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. In the start of the class, I told you one thing, right? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Today, one day I am?
Microsoft employee.
Microsoft employee.
Okay. Very openly, I'm telling you, I know exactly where is the Microsoft's data center in Chennai. Literally, I was very grateful and I got a good opportunity from Microsoft to visit the data center. And I exactly know where is a data center. I know where is a data center. Being a Microsoft employee, I got a chance to visit the office. Do you want me to tell the address?
Is it in Sirisari?
Do you want me to tell her the address? Even Google doesn't know the answer. Where is the location? You can never find out, even if you walk every single street in the three locations in India, you can never find the data center's address, but I know it. Do you want to reveal? Do you want to know the address?
No, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Santosh.
yes, Santosh.
Let it be
Vijay,
confidential.
Even Mahesh doesn't know. Even I haven't shared with Mahesh as well. Do you think I'll share it with you?
No.
Why?
No. Confidential.
confidential.
I told you in the beginning as well, right? Today, one day, I'm not at all a KSR employee. And that doesn't mean that my teaching has changed. Maybe you would have seen what I was speaking for the last 1 hour. My teaching has never changed. But today I'm very much grateful to Microsoft. 99% times I'm grateful to KSR Data Vision. But I'm sorry to say this. Today, one day, 1%, I have to be grateful to Microsoft.
So being a Microsoft employee, you could not share the location of the data center, right?
I cannot share. That's is there. But
Personally, we can.
personally also, I cannot share. You know why? When they're
Like,
taking to a Microsoft Office, okay, your mobile SIM cards will not work there. So you can't even find where your location is. And you'll be taken into a closed. Usually, you do you see that most of the cars, they're a little black coated where you don't know what is happening outside. So that type of vehicles will be there, right? So they take you, they just like that. And I mean, I should be true to you that I did not go inside the office, but at least I was being taken to a center premises. Premises in the sense in the outside. And not every employee also will get an opportunity. People who are working under cloud only will get this opportunity. Since I was working with cloud, specifically Azure cloud, so I got this chance to visit. But literally, if you ask me, even I don't know where it is, but I've seen it. That confidential it is, because I may reveal, right? I may reveal to my family. I may tell to my mom. I may tell to my dad, right? So I can do that. So the way they take you there, also you can't even know. You can't even guess where you are. It can be in underground also. Let me give you a hint. It can be in your underground also. Okay. But but I'll still give you a chance. Okay. I'll still give you a chance. I have not revealed this to Mahesh. I have not revealed this to any KSR employees. I have not revealed this to any of my family members, relatives, and friends. But I have told this to 2 students in KSR. I have told this secret. Where exactly is the location? I've told this to 2 students in KSR. So do you also want to know? Yes? Yes? But
If
you
we
have to
get
do one thing for me. You have to do one thing for me. If you can do that to me, I'll tell you the secret. Do you want to know? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Get an offer in Microsoft, I'll tell you where it is. Very straightforward. You get an offer in Microsoft, I'll tell you where exactly is the location. Two students who have got this from Microsoft, I have personally met them in office and I was able to tell this information to them. So tomorrow, if you want to get this information from me, very simple, the choice is in your hand. Get an offer in Microsoft, the next day I'll meet you. Okay? Challenge accepted?
Yes.
All good? Yes?
Yes.
This is, again, I'm telling you, it's not a center. It is a office. Office is different, center is different. Microsoft Office is different, center is different. Okay, center means this one, data center. You will never ever find the address, but I personally know where it is. Okay, but as I said, it's no use for you. Anyhow, you'll not be allowed. Not every employee will be allowed. Not every employee will know it also. They have kept it secure because there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of things can happen, right? They can misuse it. Uh, there is a high likely chance that something can happen there. So probably all of this will be taken care. So that's nothing secret, but as I tell, there is no use also if you know it. But somewhere in these three locations, you will find it. But if you just go and around in and out of every road also, you will not find out because the name itself will not be Microsoft. That also security they have maintained. Okay, that also they have maintained the security. With all of this, we are going to use this cloud from tomorrow. Okay, today's class may not be that helpful for our syllabus, but I have given you a fair idea what is this cloud. Now you can think giving 10 system to my 10 students is going to be helpful or going and storing in this one of the a privileged company like this where they don't even know where the data center is, how secure it is. Company, the entire building, right? The entire building, the entire server, this itself is not even in your maps. Then how data can be secured? Just think over it. The complete data center itself is hidden from you. So obviously data also will be secured. Okay. With all of this, let's stop here. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to use only this portal. You will never see any of my system softwares is been accessible. I will be using only my cloud. And specifically, we'll be using this Azure portal. Is that clear? Are we good?
Yes.
The reason why I'm putting a lot of efforts for you to make you understand is you watch this videos and see this uh, virtual tour, you will get interest. Okay, I'm telling you this again and again and again. 85% of all the people who are working in different professions are doing it without liking it. You're all in IT, people are working in IT just because it is paying you. But if you want to have a stress-free life, if you want to enjoy your life, the only one mantra on the face I'm telling you is like your job. If you like your job, automatically your stress, tension, health, everything will improve. Okay, now you feel overloaded because of that family issue, that issue, this issue. It's all because you're not liking your job. Once you start liking your job, you will be the king of this IT. Okay, and for that, the one thing which you need to do is get interest. Today's class may not be important for your syllabus, but definitely this will poke your interest to learning this cloud. Okay, We'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you all.